What's up everybody, welcome back to the channel. In today's video I'm going to be showing you the brand new LEGO Explorer train. This came out on August 1st and honestly I was looking to buy the Central train station and review that set. I went online at midnight August 1st and found out there was a brand new LEGO train set, so I'm excited to unbox this and review it for you today on this channel. I'm super pumped to build it. I'm not going to show you the build, but I'm going to get right into the unboxing now, show you everything that's included. I'll then build it myself and do an honest review of the set. Most likely it's going to be a positive review because I love trains, but who knows, there might be something in this set that I absolutely hate. But based on the box, there's definitely things in there that I'm super excited about and really excited to show you and review. So without further ado, let's get right into this train set. With every single LEGO train set that I buy and unbox, I really like to show all the sides of the box and an unboxing to show you everything that's included with the set. The box I love showing because you get to see all the box art. For example, on the backs of the LEGO train boxes, there are always fun diagrams to see everything. Then on the top, we have all the figures and special characters. Both the small sides of the boxes or the edges, they pretty much have your warnings, things to be cautious of, and they have all the fine print. So make sure you read that fine print. It's very important before you unbox this set. And then on the bottom, there is some other helpful information, mostly in this case with the powered up and the fact that you need 10 AAA batteries for this set, which is quite a bit. And then we have the barcode there. Now, unboxing this set, I actually had a seal on the box that was pretty much torn off, and this came directly from LEGO in the mail, so I was shocked at that, but hey, it happens. A very weird thing with the packaging for this set is that we have a bunch of bags loose and then bags within this other box. Now, I understand why they package it that way, and then all the loose pieces are also in this box. The only weird thing is that none of the numbers are kind of sorted out. We don't have bags 1 through 6 that are in that first part of the box, and then the rest of them in this box. It's just random, and I'm sure there's a reason there. But anyway, with the train sets, we get a lot of loose pieces. We have our loose track, we have a base plate, the battery box, the remote that are all loose, and then we have bags of larger parts, such as the couplers for the train, which is very cool. And then the motor, I've seen this packaged in so many different ways throughout the years, and this one now is just in a tiny box. Again, very cool to see all the separate stuff, and it's just all part of the build. But look at everything you get here with the train set. So there's just lots of stuff, and you get bags 1 through 11. Each bag only has 1 bag per number. So there's only going to be 1 bag 3 and 1 bag 5 and so forth, just so everybody knows. But there, that's everything with the set. And now it's almost time for the set, but wait, there's always more. All right, so we get this envelope. That's cool, it's a paper envelope. They're transitioning over to the paper packaging versus the plastic. And then we get all our stickers and our, all our instructions and the sticker sheet in there. Very minimal stickers for the set, which I love, and I talk about that later on in the video. And with all the instruction booklets for this set, I've said this before and I'll say it again, but everybody could take an instruction booklet and build part of this train set, which makes it an ideal set for a group situation or a group building event. And just like that, the LEGO Explorer train set is now complete. This build was one of the best builds I've ever done for a LEGO train set. I actually might think this is my favorite LEGO train set ever, and I'm just shocked that I didn't even know this set existed or it was coming out, and now I have it built. This was a joy to build. I think a lot of kids are going to like this. I think if you're a train collector and even a LEGO City collector or builder, this is definitely a very fun train set. I always say train sets are the most fun because you can build them by yourself or you can build it with others. They have so many instruction booklets that everybody can kind of build a part of the set. If you want somebody to build like this train car, they can. Somebody can build the locomotive and all other parts of this set. The reason this set is amazing compared to a lot of other train sets is that the side builds are extremely unique. Typically with the LEGO train sets, with a freight train, we have cranes or we have a truck with a container on it. Basic things you'd see in a freight yard, maybe a forklift or a train crossing. There's still very cool parts of trains and I definitely love those in the builds, but this was the first time, in my opinion, or at least for sets I can recall, where I got to actually build interesting side builds that not only like interconnect with one another, but they have so many fun play features. The use of printed parts in this set are fantastic. Thank you, LEGO. I don't know if these parts are in a lot of other sets and it's just how it happened to be, or if you're working on a new initiative to do less sticker parts. There were still some stickers for this set, which is totally okay, but it was a small amount of stickers. I really dislike the sets where there's, several sticker booklets. This just had so many printed parts. It has so many fun details, so many play features. It has rocks that drop off of the mountain, which you'll see in a moment as the train goes under it, and I love that we get our new track pieces. This is just extremely cool. But back to the whole side build thing, there are just different parts of this train set that you wouldn't typically build in another train set, and when I first started building this set, it felt like I was building a LEGO City set without the train. And like I said, they have play features. There's the string even that goes from both of these builds and connects them between the tracks that allows minifigures to zip line down on it, which I really love. I think it's very cool to see that part used again. I remember that when I was a kid in some sets, and it was always a lot of fun. We even have a skier that can ski down the mountain or just anywhere on the snow here. I couldn't have been happier. This is an awesome Lego train set, and it's one of those sets where even if you're new to Lego, I'd recommend it. Okay, getting into the set, the first thing you're going to build is this off-road vehicle. Now, this does use the tread pieces that we've seen before, but Lego did something very creative, and whoever the designer is for this, you did a great job figuring this out or just doing this part of the build. Normally, these tracks need to run on carpet or something that has friction to roll them along because they would have gears. However, with this build, they utilized rubber tires inside the tread pieces, and it can just roll along on any surface, any table, any desk, because it has that friction now because of the rubber tires, which I think is just amazing. I was extremely happy when I first built this and discovered, wow, I can roll it across my desk. That's the first part of the build. I'll go into all the figures at the end, but overall very cool. We get a printed piece on there and nice storage in the back where you can take any of the crates from the train car that you build at the very end and you can put it on the back of this vehicle here. Okay, so that's the first part of this train set. Having this start out with a build is a very nice way to just begin the Lego building process for this set. It's a nice small little build, and again, if you're building this in a group setting with multiple people, this is a part of the build you can give to somebody that is new with Lego, because it might take them a little longer to build this than it would take myself to build the locomotive, or it might take equivalent time for us to build these two different things, even though one's substantially larger than the other. That's just my recommendation, okay? I love Lego and I like getting more people involved. It's a lot of fun. Okay, next thing we have here is this Arctic Station command post in a way. A command post has fallen into Separatist control. Anyway, so this command post or station here, beautiful design work. We have this metal grating on the bottom here. I don't know if this was used as, I feel like it was used as netting or something in other sets, but to have it in this flat silver color, I'm blanking on the color name right now, but this was a fantastic part of the build. I really love that design work. Then you can go in here through the door, and then they also design this so this entire roof comes off, and you can just access it that way, which I love. I love that you can access the building in that way, and I really like that it's a fully enclosed structure. It's not open on the back. I know city sets have open parts on their structures, and I understand for the play features, but I do love a fully enclosed building here, and I think it's a nice little part of the build for their station here. And we have a crane that can pull crates off of the train car that you'll build at the very end. Very cool designs, plenty of tools, the walkie-talkie, and this fun new track piece, which almost looks just like a loading piece. The next part is the mountain. Now the mountain has several bags of parts that you'll build and several steps to kind of create this entire structure, but it is very fun and cool. Not too many crazy parts of the build here. A lot of it's decorative. The side piece is a really cool part of the build, which has stuff on the inside of it, which I'll show in a moment here. But the fun part about this is the piece which moves an axle up and down, which ends up causing this top piece here to bend, which inevitably drops the boulders on the train after it drives through. A very, very cool play feature. We also get nice animals with the set, the trees, and frozen waterfall. A very cool style for this set, and I don't know, I don't think I've had a winter train, well, we've had holiday trains, but this is more of a winter themed Arctic Express, would you call it, train set, and I love it. The piece on the side here opens up. Now, I like the snow on the outside here because you could incorporate the skier here and have them ski down this slope. It's a little steep. I'm a skier myself, and I could probably ski down something like that, but I'm far from an expert, but I do love skiing, and I like that they have the snow mounds there for the skier. Then on the inside here, it's kind of just a hideout and has the wanted sign and then the hard hat sign. Again, both stickers for the set, but a very cool little spot that figures could hide some figures in there. Use your imagination, as you will, to do whatever you want with this part of the side build that's hidden. We also have the wooden planks on the ground. I love how they incorporated a jumper plate with the 1x6 tiles to give it that fun look of kind of like damaged wood or planks that are moved about. It's nothing perfect. It's an older style, or it's just a simple style of construction. But I would say it's an older look from years and years of just wear and tear. And then again, our animals for the set. Very, very cool side build if you ask me. The next part of the build is the locomotive. The locomotive is cool, just like anyone would be. A lot of it is the battery pack. We do have a cool style engine on the inside that it's all, you'll build it during the process of the build. We have a snowplow on the front, which is very, very unique design. I really like what they did. We do get 2 stickers on there. I'm okay with the stickers on the snowplow, but I love that the top pieces, the fans, and the side pieces here are both printed parts. I think that's just fantastic. We get the motor in the train set here, so we have the motor on the back, the battery on the inside. Then we have this cool feature on the top here that is a simple press in. You just touch this and it presses on the button for the battery pack, which is very awesome. It then turns that on, and then you can pair it with your remote to then start driving your train set. And then the roof also lifts off, so you can easily put a figure into the locomotive and remove them. Very cool, very fun locomotive. I'm always interested in what the locomotives are going to be and the style of them. I do think this one's very cool. And once you have the batteries in there, it is a little bit heavy, but very nice. And then we have the horns on the top, the bars on the side. I don't know, very sleek, very cool. I love the plow, and blue is definitely a favorite color of mine, or my favorite color. And so I like the light bluish colors and dark blue elements for this train set. All right, next we have this enclosed train car. And this one's very cool because it's enclosed with glass, so we get to see everything that's in there, and then look how simple this is. It just simply pops right off. We can now access it. You have seats in here for figures to sit and hang out and have coffee or other beverages, and then you have the computer area where somebody can sit and monitor these screens, and whether it's wildlife or whatever they're looking for. And then we have storage compartments down bottom and doors on the both ends of the train. Now, these are something I love because with a lot of trains too, you have, it's built to look like a train, but you can't really open the doors to get in and out of the train. You can obviously lift a panel off like this to put the figures in. This really just adds that next level of, I don't know if you'd say reality or just making it more realistic. Yes, that's what we'll say. These doors make this train more realistic because that's how your figures would get in and out. And I love that because we don't often have that on train cars. Passenger wagons usually have doors, but there's a lot of passenger trains that things are just lift off anymore, or they were when I was at least growing up. And that's, hey, it's a toy, it's a train set, it's still very cool. But to have the doors that go for figures to enter this train set or train car on their own as they would without taking a whole roof off the train, I think that's a very cool feature. Maybe I sound crazy, I don't know, but I definitely love this train set, and I love this train car. Very cool. I love the glass features. Yeah, I think it's just a very cool train car. It would be cool to have several of this train car for this train set if you wanted to kind of expand it and build this into a bigger train. And then finally, the saddest part of the build is when we get to the end of the build. You thought I was going to say this is sad. No, this is also really cool. We get 2 containers on the end of this flatbed here that have a bunch of tools in them. We have this chair on the end that pivots and rotates, which is very fun. It almost looks like a camera to photograph the wildlife, which I really like. And then we have this storage on the middle of the train, which I'm not entirely sure what it's intended for, but I believe it's intended for this vehicle. It probably shows it on the box, but the box is over there. So this is what fits on it. This is what makes the most sense. And it has these features here where you can fold these down and hold the vehicle in place. Again, I haven't looked well enough into the instructions to know if that's what that's for, but I would imagine that is what those features are for. This is just a fantastic train set. I love it. I love the colors, the figures, everything about it, the decals, and just the snow. It's exciting to have a winter build, and it definitely would pair well with the other sets for this theme, so to say. There's the build. I hope you enjoyed as much as I do, and if you get your hands on this set, enjoy the build. Have fun with all of it. It is just a very cool set and very fun to play with. Thank you guys very much for checking out this video. I haven't posted in a while, but if you did enjoy this train review, please hit that like button and please subscribe if you want to see more LEGO train content or any other LEGO content. Mostly trains, but occasional custom builds. I also built this Camino platform. This has been another Leggomyjameso production. Get out there and go build a LEGO set. This was just an awesome, beautiful set. Good job, LEGO. I love it, and good job to the designing team on this fantastic set. I'm proud. All right, well, let me know when the next train set is out. It better be next year because keep them coming, baby. I want a train set all the time. For now, I'll be reviewing ones from the past that I need to slowly acquire. But when a new train set comes out, I'm going to buy it and build it right away. I don't care the price. This is just fantastic. I'll go broke, I promise.
Leggomyjameso.